Hello there, Costa Mesa, and welcome to the Community Report. I'm Dane Bora. Getting things started, we go behind the scenes at Orange County 211 to get the scoop on this local nonprofit organization that provides OC residents with referrals and resources for health and human services.
211 is a phone number. It's a toll-free number that people can call to receive services or look for services they need in Orange County around health and human services. In social services, that's anything around any needs people might have, whether it's shelter services, rental assistance, looking for diapers, formula, food, looking for adult daycare centers for their family, aging adult parents, looking to give donations to agencies, looking to volunteer. So anything around a community service, community-based organization would be in our database.
We get calls for absolutely everything from food to homeless shelters to library hours. Absolutely everything comes through to us. Right now, our highest call volume is for food. People who have run out of food for the week. We're getting about 1 in every 10 calls is from somebody who's out of food. And then emergency shelters, people who are homeless and need a place to go. 1 out of every 12 people who are calling us are calling for a shelter.
We have seen a tremendous increase during the recession. You could see it starting in July. As soon as the media took off with what was going on, our calls spiked tremendously, like a 58% increase in calls. And we were seeing calls around mortgage foreclosure information, rental assistance, food, just things to get them through the crisis.
I got a call from a person whose neighbor had their house foreclosed on. And she noticed that the family, which was 2 adults and 2 children, were living in their van in a park a couple blocks away. So she gave us a call and started asking, I don't know what's available to them. So I was able to give her information on churches that in her neighborhood that were giving away brown bags of food, shelters where the whole family could go, where they could stay sometimes for up to 2 years, and they'd help them find a job, get back on their feet. And she did call back, and she said that what she'd done is gotten that brown bag of food from the church and brought it over and knocked on the door of the van with a list of all the resources that I had given her in 211 written really big at the bottom, and gave it to the family, and they cried and thanked her.
Have you called us before? How did you hear about us?
Whenever there is an emergency or disaster situation in Orange County, 211 is written into the plan with the county and with the state to be the public information officer for those services. We help people during the disaster finding the resources they need, whether it's road closures, evacuation sites where the lost pets might be taken, but we're also there after the disaster to help with recovery. And if your house burned down, you have nothing left, so we will help people find just the starter kits to get going in a new home.
211 Orange County, how can I help you? What city are you calling me from?
The training is all gambits of how to handle the call, customer service, how to explore questions a little deeper to find out what exactly they may need. And compassion is very important in the caller's answer.
Primarily, if they're going to be on the phones, if that is their goal, we would love for them to be bilingual. It would absolutely help us out, but it's not required. We do have a language line through which we can access 150 languages. So, but definitely patience, definitely the ability to assess the caller's need and be both compassionate and professional. But besides that, just a desire to help. An acknowledgement that the community needs assistance, and then the desire to do something about that.
I think everybody who works for here gets some satisfaction knowing that they've made a difference at the end of their day based on the fact that they take 340 calls a day, people looking for assistance. So yes, not only in Costa Mesa. We had over 3,500 calls in Costa Mesa alone for just basic needs requests, and that was through March of this year. So there's definitely a lot of residents in Costa Mesa utilizing this service. A caller recently emailed in saying thank you for the services. They were close to homelessness, and with our help they were able to receive some assistance with housing. And so we do get those occasionally, which makes our callers feel really good.
We ask them, have you ever called us before? And we get the response, oh yes, I call you all the time. You're the reason why I have food on my table. You're the reason why my kids are in a school program. So that's the feedback that we're getting. Occasionally, at the end of a call, when somebody's calling us for the first time, they had no idea that we even existed, they'll close the call by saying, I am so amazed that this exists. Thank you so much for giving me this resource.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the folks at 211 are there to assist those in need. Up next, let's take a look back.